Hello and welcome to the TMZ Podcast. I'm Charlie Cotton.
I'm Charlie Neff.
And today, Kanye and Kim might be at an all-time low because in a KKK outfit, he said that he never even wanted kids with her.
This was an insane interview that Kanye did, and he is not holding back.
No. Cardi B claims that Offset threatened to kill himself and her.
Yeah, she unleashed the fury on Offset. Remember, they're still going through that divorce, and it is getting nasty.
And finally, we'll talk about Hulk Hogan and his family's drama. He's here for it. He's eating popcorn, enjoying the show.
Yeah. Doesn't seem like anyone's made up yet, though.
We will say we're live right now.
We are live. Thank you for all the people that were in the waiting room. Don't forget to leave your comments about any of these stories. Let us know about what you think about, Kanye, Cardi, Hulk, and we will get to your comments at the end of the show. And if you have any comments, questions, concerns about us, let us know as well, because we'll read those out.
Okay. Kanye West gave the most bizarre interview I've ever seen, and clearly,
in a full black KKK robe.
Right. I mean, Kanye is getting more and more bizarre. Like, where do you go from here? Like, his shock value, it's almost, I'm becoming numb to it. Should we have a listen/look
Yes.
at some of the interview he did with academics?
Like, even with the situation with kids, I hear you speak about that a lot. Like, nobody really spoke on your behalf. Yeah. But even when you speak about Kim, people might be like, well, you picked her. Like, you put yourself in that.
Absolutely, I did. That was my fault.
Maybe they're saying that you don't take accountability.
No, that was my fault. I didn't want to have children with this person after the first 2 months of being with her. But that wasn't God's plan.
How did they mic him up in that KKK robe?
Well, I mean, he sounds muffled, so
a bit muffled. The hood is kind of muffling him a little as he disses his wife, his ex-wife. I mean, I don't know why Kim isn't going straight to a judge and saying, this guy should never be around my children.
Yeah, I mean, but also, like, you could set the guy off so easily.
But that's fine. He's doing him, like, you don't negotiate with terrorists. What he's doing is terrorism to her and her family. And
it's also, like, a little bit, I hate to say it, not shocking, because remember he made those comments about wanting Northwest to be an abortion?
Ugh.
Was it in a song? I mean, so we've kind of seen this a little bit, but it's like you have 4 beautiful, healthy, talented children. Like, how can you say that as a parent? Like, oh, you didn't even want any of them, is essentially what you're saying. By the way, academics had posted he flew out to Japan, where Kanye has been, to do this interview. And, like, academics in this whole interview, like, he doesn't even know what to say because it's so, like, out there. And, like, how do you do an interview with somebody that's wearing a KKK robe?
Right.
Like, it would be so hard as, like, the interviewer to, like, take whatever they say seriously. Like, I think Kanye is just trying to say any crazy thing he can just for shock value. He's clearly a troll. But, I mean, when you start talking about other people's kids, your kids, like, that's when it's like, okay, bro, this isn't funny.
And, here is some of the proof that Kanye doesn't really mean what he says. He's just doing it to get as much attention as possible. Here's him and academics talking about the tweet he sent out about Jay-Z and Beyonce's kids.
It's like having money, like me, it's like having money for real. It's like freedom to talk. You know what I mean? Because they'll be like, okay, that's enough. Your Grammy Award speech is up. Don't say that. You said that. You know what I'm saying? So now you're experiencing someone who just say everything they want to say, and a lot of people can hear it. And I won't give that up for my life. I give up my life before I gave that up. And then what makes it so funny is like the Jay-Z tweet, Jay-Z's kids tweet makes the shit not even seem so bad. Every week, it's
I feel like people feel like that was like probably the worst tweet you've said.
Or the best. Or the strongest.
Yeah.
or the best?
Yeah, I feel like academics should have been the best of what? Like, what do you mean by that?
Yeah, what are you
Like the
trying?
most shocking? Like, I don't understand.
What's his motivation in here? Like, I know his motivation is attention, but to what
Right.
ends?
I think there's no end. At a point, it's like, okay, we want to hear what he has to say because he's Kanye West, like, a huge rap superstar. But then we know it's just going to be yuck and yuck and yuck every time he opens his mouth.
Like, I know he wants to shock, but the shockingness is kind of wearing thin. This time we're talking about him in a KKK robe, like dissing his kids. Like, that's not a sentence I thought I would say, but now that we're here, where does he go from here? Because, I mean, I don't know how you get crazier, and clearly he's trying to one-up himself. I mean, it's all going to fall into a heap eventually. I just wonder how.
Do you think he's like, this is all, I mean, it'd be so weird, but like, is this publicity for like an album or for a project, or is this just like his brand now?
It's his brand, but to what ends? Like,
Yeah.
yeah, he wants to probably sell some swastika tees, but he could sell more tees without swastikas on them. Like,
Yeah, definitely.
so why, if he's about making money, then that's a bad, I just think he's mentally ill, and he doesn't have like an end that he's trying to, he's just flying by the seat of his pants.
I'm so curious too. Like, obviously, he did this interview solo. Both of the interviews. The one where he's here outside of the hotel, and the other one where he's in the robe. No Bianca.
True.
Where is Bianca?
Yeah.
That's what I want to know.
Good question. Good question. Okay, on to our next story. Cardi B was on. Was she on various platforms? One of them was
X for sure.
She was on X, and she was talking all about how Offset and her are going at each other in a way that we've never seen before. She claims that Offset said to her that he may harm himself or her.
Oof.
Which is
so scary.
Crazy thing. This is all over, like, they're at a stage in their breakup where it's like who are you banging? I feel jealous about it.
Right.
Both of them.
But they are going through a divorce.
Yeah.
However, it seems like, remember, she had filed for divorce before, and then eventually she pulled it. He had like done this very public gesture to get her back. She did go back. We know they have this like on and off relationship, but right now they're going through their second divorce. But it seems like exactly what you said, like they're still kind of romantically involved, but like he's apparently hooking up with other girls. Anyways, she demanded an apology, or she would, quote, expose effing everything. She claimed, quote, he's upset because I sent his girlfriend messages of him begging me, saying he was going to take away his life, saying he was going to take away my life. I just think also, like, if you are messaging your ex's current girlfriend, that's never going to end well.
No. I mean, yeah, these guys have got a lot of emotion towards each other. At the moment, it's negative, but...
And they said they do share children, so they are going to have to come to, like, some kind of cordial agreement. They have to be on good terms, but you also have to be willing to let go.
Poor kids, their poor kids, Kanye and Kim's poor kids.
I know.
These innocent little lives when the parents are just like going at each other in such a public way that the kids are going to see one day.
I know. But I will say, like, it doesn't mean the kids are doomed.
No. I mean, they got a lot of money at least.
It just makes you grow up faster.
Right.
That's all.
Should we move on to the Hulk Hogan drama?
Oh, my gosh.
This was dominating.
This drama is too much. This family is broken.
It is so, and that's what Linda came on social media to say. I don't know if you saw her, like, teary.
Yes.
She didn't look great either,
right,
by her own admission. And so she's basically saying that her family is at an all-time low. They're completely broken. To which the family responds. Hulk is loving it.
Hulk is entering the chat.
He's eating popcorn with his new boo, Sky Daily.
Who, by the way, is gorgeous.
Who is gorgeous.
Yes.
And also,
he's clearly trolling, but he doesn't even really say anything. He's just like, looks like he's watching a movie of his life.
The reason is Brooke Hogan is estranged from the family. She doesn't have a relationship with mum or dad. I don't know about the brother, but she just had twins.
Yeah.
And clearly Linda Hogan feels a certain sort of way about not being able to see her grandkids.
Yeah, and she even talked about how like Hulk would be a great grandfather and stuff, but like Brooke won't even let the kids allegedly see him as well. So I thought it was interesting that like Linda and Hulk, obviously they had like a falling out. They divorced. But for her,
he talked about how she cheated on him.
Yes.
Right.
But you know, for Linda to be like, hey, he's really not that bad of a guy. He'd be a great granddad.
Yeah.
I thought was very mature in a way.
Yeah. It's like the enemy of my enemy is my friend. Even though it's the daughter you're talking about, like they're combining forces to go after Brooke.
Yeah.
Who, like, I think it was late January, had her twins.
Mhm.
So she's still like, you know, she just had kids. So it's very hard for her, like a woman, she's up all night. She's breastfeeding. She's probably dealing with some, like the chemicals still in your body from like your body just went through a massive thing.
Right.
And for her family to be at this point while she's going through that, it must be a hard place to be right now.
And I don't know like what the situation is with her. Is it her husband?
She's got a husband, hockey player.
Yeah, so his family, I don't know how involved they are, but usually when you have a kid or kids, like you want all the family on deck. Like, oh, you know, the kids can go to grandma's tonight while we go on date night, or you usually want the help.
A break at least. They got twins.
Yeah, and you want like the kids to have a relationship with their grandparents. Like, I think it would just be so sad if like, you know, here are the grandparents, Linda and Hulk, they want a relationship. I get that maybe there was issues in the past with them, but what does that have to do with the grandchildren? They're not going to be living with the grandparents. Like if they want to see them, give them gifts, make them feel loved. I don't see anything wrong with that, but that's just me.
Brooke, like alleged, you know, physical and verbal.
I couldn't ever see they would do that to the grandchildren.
You're right. I mean, who knows where it stands, but yeah, this family is this whole episode is about fractured families.
I know. It really is,
Sad.
isn't it?
Sad.
Oh my
Should
God.
we read out some of your comments?
Yep. Okay, so for the Kanye story, Chronic wrote in saying that MFer done lost his mind. Somebody help him find it, please. Yeah.
Good luck.
Foxy said, Ye was pissed, but a lot of the truth in what he said.
I'm not seeing it, but
Yeah. Krasy Sheik said, I know he's doing the KKK, but he looks like something from Harry Potter. I think because it's not a white robe, it's a black robe, it does give like wizard vibes.
yeah. Where does it end?
Diane said, how do you think the kids are going to feel when they hear that? Not good. Not good.
I mean, yeah. The kids love their dad. You know, kids do love their dad. And especially sometimes the parent who isn't present, you know, gets some of the good guy sheen because you're not the disciplinarian. You're not sort of like saying they can't do. Daddy is off saying, do you want to hop on this hit track, Northie? And so she doesn't understand the concepts of anti-Semitism. And, you know, I mean, for a certain degree, she does. But, like, she doesn't get what her dad is really doing.
Yeah, but I feel like, you know, she's still in school. Obviously, all these kids are in school. They've got to be hearing it from other classmates.
Yeah.
Like, oh, your dad this, your dad that. Like, I feel like when you have parents that are in the public eye, that is going to come up in school.
Right.
That's got to be tough. For the Cardi story, Eminem said he cheated. He had no right.
He cheated a bunch from all reports.
But according to him, she was hooking up with guys too, right? It's just so messy. Teflon said, Offset dumb for cheating. Cardi deserves better. I think they both, I mean, it seems like Offset has a new girlfriend. They both just need to go their separate ways.
Yes, they do. But
have you ever been cheated on in a relationship?
Not as far as I know.
Oh, that's good. That's a good track record,
That's
actually.
a good track record. People don't want to cheat on me.
Why?
When you got the best, like, why would you settle for the rest?
The best. Aw. For the Hogan story, Samuel said, Linda Hogan is the mayor of Rack City.
Does that mean she's got big boobs?
Yeah.
Sorry, but Rack City's actually a thing, isn't it?
Don't
the basketball team have it on their jerseys?
Do they?
I don't know.
It's news to me. JP said, creepy family, bro.
The Hogans are a very odd family.
Miscellaneous comments. Samuel said, I like the pretty blonde host. Thank you. As I'm like choking right now. Don't mind me. Too much excitement.
What a strange way to end. You're just coughing fit.
I know. I seriously, the Rack City thing like made me choke on my own spit. So
Rack City.
That's where we're at.
Okay, Charlie. Well,
Do you have a good weekend?
You know, same again. kids.
Just nothing.
Yeah, nothing. But that's fine.
Aw.
That's the way I like it. I don't want to go out and do things and have events and.
Fair.
You did though, didn't you?
No, I Johnny and I got a new place, so
nice.
we're just gearing up for the move. I'm not looking forward to it. I've been in my place for like 13 years, and you just pack up so much crap.
Right.
I just have a lot to get rid of.
But
Do you
place-
need anything?
your place might smell like cat pee.
Wait, why?
All your cats running around there.
They
and
don't pee all
urinating.
over the place.
They don't? Miss Kitty
No.
doesn't?
No, Miss Kitty is R.I.P.
Oh.
Sore subject.
Oh, sorry.
I
This
miss
episode we
Kitty.
dedicate to Miss Kitty. All right.
Oh, thank you. I miss you, Miss Kitty.
We miss you, Miss Kitty. Purr, purr, purr. Okay, thank you, Charlie.
Thank you, Charlie.
And we'll see you guys here tomorrow.
Bye.